Hello everyone, my name is Jason Parker and welcome back to this channel about magic! By the way, a friend of mine has developed a new app that I think is really cool and I want to tell you about it quickly. It's called Phone2, which gives you a second digital phone number you can use just like a normal number. Currently you can choose from US and Canadian numbers with more countries coming in the future. And what are the benefits? Well, that's a great question. A, you can have separate personal and business phone numbers without needing to carry two physical phones. B, my favorite thing, even though I'm living in Europe, I can still receive text verification and calls from banks and companies in the United States. And C, perhaps most importantly, your phone numbers belong to you. It means you can move freely from device to device. No need to call a cellular service provider and deal with the bureaucracy and unnecessary fees. All you need is an internet connection and you keep the number forever because it belongs to you. Sound useful? Then click on the link below. And now let's take a look at Javier Botia, a magician from Spain, appearing on the Season 7 of Fool Us. Apparently he'll be performing some kind of mentalism act, so let's take a look.
I used to be a TV star in Spain. I had an audience of millions. But one day, I had the panic attack. I couldn't breathe. The panic attack is like you think you are dying. I canceled my TV show. I was in the hospital 2 times. It was impossible to work because I felt anxiety. The doctor told me you need to be in front of the people again. Try magic, like a therapy. You can do.
Wow, that's crazy to imagine. I mean, he had a lot of experience. He was an actor on TV, everything's going okay, and then suddenly a panic attack? I guess I don't know a lot about panic attacks, but you would think that if he had so much experience, like how would it be so stressful to him? He already knows what he's doing, he knows how everything works, so yeah, it's really shocking to imagine that things could be going along well and then suddenly a panic attack appears out of nowhere. And that's kind of funny that the doctor's advice was like, you need to get in front of people again. He's like, you know that thing that caused you all this stress in the first place? Do that again. But that's why I'm not a doctor. One of the many reasons why, in addition to never having attended medical school. At any rate, it's interesting. I guess he's saying that magic is the therapy he chose to move past this. And let's continue.
Do for a few people, only 5 minutes. I'm not good magician. But mentalism is so different. I need only my mind. So I tried it, and I have a good success. I won the best mentalist in the world. This is the end of the therapy. If I make it through the show, I think I'm cured.
With 5 randomly selected members of our studio audience, please welcome world champion mentalist, Javier Botia.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Spanish Mentalist.
Very dramatic.
I have no limits. And tonight, I'm going to read all your minds at the same time. Please, all of you, think of a color and send it to me.
Should I be guessing yellow because of his shirt?
Got that? That one as well. Blue is yours. Thank you.
High degree of success, gotta say.
Did you mind? Come here. What's your name?
Tyler.
Tyler?
Yes.
Ah, I knew it. I am the Spanish Mentalist. Please, grab 5 different color pieces from the floor. Pick the colors you like. 5 different color pieces. Maybe blue, maybe orange, maybe violet. Orange is not a color. Orange is a fruit, okay? What are you thinking about? We'll be using identical blank envelopes, absolutely empty. Please pick one, okay, pick one. When you have your election, shuffle them and give one to each volunteer. One for you, please. Thank you. Now I will turn around because I don't want to see anything. Put your color inside your envelope, okay, everybody? And finally, my volunteer, are you finished?
Not yet.
Okay, no, you are not over. Now,
Now I'm done.
to make it impossible, why are you relaxing? Okay. To make it impossible, now, collect them. Collect all of them. I don't want to see anything. collect all of them, mix them, and hand them over again.
Well, I've got to say everything looks pretty fair so far. I did notice that even though he seemed a little cavalier about how he was handing out those envelopes, he did, or he could have, like, very specifically controlled whom he gave each envelope to. Don't know if that's actually important, just something I was paying attention to. Also, kind of randomly, thinking back to his intro, he said something like this being on Fool Us was the last stage of his treatment. And I was wondering, was that a joke or was that serious? I actually thought it was a joke, but I mean, I guess he could be serious, you know, because if he performed for small groups of people and he kind of amped it up and then now he's performing on a TV show again. And as far as this magic, I don't know how he would understand which colors are in what envelopes at this point. I mean, he had his back to them the whole time and now the envelopes have been collected. So let's proceed.
Now the situation is completely random. Nobody knows the content of any envelope, not even them. Tell me when you finish, okay?
Not yet. Now I'm done.
Okay. Now, sit. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, I will show you that I can predict every single hidden color. Many mentalists use tarot cards for predict. Maybe look at his balls, his crystal balls. But the Spanish mentalist prefer interpret a Spanish masterpiece. Maybe you will be this one. Come here, in this position. Yes, this is your place, this. Thank you. And you will be the woman with the rose. That is your position, okay? Can you do palmas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you clap?
I think you will be the dancer.
Okay.
Go to the center.
He's got dancer's legs.
Can you play guitar?
The Titanic song, that's about it.
Okay, pretend. Go to the corner.
Pretend.
Now, everybody in his position. This is a mess. It's okay, don't worry. I am the Spanish mentalist, and I can do everything. Shh. Shh. You. With my Spanish mental power, I predict your hidden color is pink. Open your envelope. Hey! Hey! Go away.
So far, so good.
I'm working. Go away. I'm looking in your eyes, and you look like a bull. Everybody with me now? I predict your color is yellow. Open your envelope. Hey! Move to the center. Move to the center. Something is wrong. Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, I will show you that I can predict every single color. Maybe I was lucky. No, amigos. I am the Spanish Mentalist.
All right, I have a couple of really important thoughts to share with you so far. Number one, for a while it looked like they were all playing air guitar. That was super important thought number one. My second thought is that I wonder how many mouths that rose has been in. You know, he just went over there and put it into her mouth and she bit on it. I hope for her sake it gets doused in hand sanitizer at the end of each performance. Okay, that's all for my super important thoughts. Back to the act.
And tonight, I have a dream. I have a dream that one day this audience will reach up and discover the truth behind my prediction. I have a dream that one day my 3 volunteers will not be judged by the color of the cards. Always, over your head, my prediction. Open your envelope. Show your color. This is blue. Open your envelope. Show your color. This is Green, open your envelope. And your color is red. The biggest prediction in Fool Us ever. Thank you. Thank you.
That was awesome. That was so entertaining.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh.
I find a green car.
So how did this cure you?
Magic is, for me, it's the best therapy because when you have a very big problem, you are sick, you need to believe that the impossible is possible.
Yes. Oh, that's beautiful. All right.
Wonderful.
Javier, should we find out if you fooled them?
Perdón, mis amigos, Penn and Teller.
Yes.
All right, let me give you my thoughts before we hear from Penn and Teller. So I guess during his performance when he was giving that speech that was supposed to be like the Martin Luther King I Have a Dream speech, because he said something like, you won't be judged by the color of your card in the envelope. That was a little bit unexpected. Oh, and then I thought it was funny at the end he says, and now the biggest prediction ever on Fool Us, and this gigantic tapestry rolls down with his prediction. It was literally the biggest prediction on Fool Us ever. So I like that. He had a lot of little funny moments built into his performance. It's very entertaining. And then lastly, right there when he was talking with Allison, I thought he had a really cool message. You know, in his situation, he was hospitalized because of stress. You know, he was like really dealing with an extreme situation. But it's cool how he talked about when you have these really low feelings, how it's so important to believe that something is possible. To believe that anything is possible. Yeah, I mean, I don't see the world in some unrealistically optimistic way, thinking, oh, I can just levitate if I really want to and I believe it. But I do think it's super important, our beliefs that we carry through life. The times when we're really broken down are also the times when we have the least hope. So I really liked hearing this message about, you know, having that core belief can really enable you to recover and accomplish things. I heartily agree. Okay, now about the magic itself, well, I don't actually see how he would know what colors were in the different envelopes. I did notice one thing that kind of gives me maybe a clue, but I'm not really sure. It's just that I noticed after the people had put the colors in the envelopes and after they had mixed them around and when that dude had randomly distributed them back to the people, that if you watch the video again, you'll see all the people are holding the envelopes in a very specific way, like showing the face of it very straightforward. And to me, that tells me that they had received instruction at some point to hold it that way, because they were all doing it exactly the same way. They weren't just holding it in their lap or casually holding it in different ways. So that leads me to believe that possibly there was something that could be seen by looking at the face of the envelope. I don't know what it would be, but that's my best guess so far. I mean, certainly when I was looking at the video, I couldn't see anything through the envelopes. They all look completely identical to me. So those are my thoughts, and let's hear from Penn and Teller now.
What a really nice presentation. Just crazy and stage filling. And I just got nothing but good to say. But while I'm saying the good, see, I'm having a lot of trouble complimenting you because I really want to figure out this trick. And Teller and I have been banging on it because the idea is you're doing a big, funny routine. And when someone does a big, funny routine, we usually figure that's the important part of it, is that it's big and funny. The important part of it is not that it's super mysterious, so we can probably figure this out. While everybody else was laughing, we were kind of watching carefully. And when you handled those envelopes, you took the envelopes and you just kind of threw them around, didn't care who you gave what to. And as soon as you do that, we start to worry. Because we say, you know, the Spanish Mentalist is trying to get us to not care about the envelopes. He's trying to get us to go, well, those envelopes don't matter. He doesn't care about the envelopes, so that means we care an awful lot.
I need translator because I can't understand you. I understand better Teller always.
I'm gonna come up there. What I'm saying is, can I look at one of those envelopes?
Oh, of course.
I can look at one of the envelopes.
Yes, the envelopes?
No, not the one you're gonna take. I'm gonna take the one that I'm gonna take. This envelope here.
Yes?
There's nothing strange about this envelope.
Nothing is.
Nothing strange?
I thought there was gonna be something strange about this envelope. I really did. I thought we came up here to bust you, but...
Oh my God. I'm dreaming.
You know what I'm thinking?
Do the pose.
I'm thinking that you are the Spanish Mentalist. have fooled us, Spanish Mentalist.
Hello.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful job.
I'm cured, people!
Javier Botia! Woo!
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and give you my closing thoughts now. First off, congratulations to Javier on fooling Penn and Teller. Nice job. Not only was it very entertaining, it was also very mysterious and fooling as well. As I mentioned earlier, I don't know exactly how I did it. I just have some kind of general suspicion. And actually, when Penn and Teller went up there on stage to examine the envelopes, I'm really curious what they were expecting to find. Were they looking for like a second container inside the envelope, or maybe little holes where you'd be able to see through it? And were those envelopes that they picked up off the ground and examined, were those the envelopes that were held by the spectators? Because I remember there were some other envelopes thrown on the floor at the beginning too. I guess we'll never know. Anyways, it was a great performance, very entertaining, lots of funny moments, and at the same time being fooling, so that's just perfect. What did you think about Javier's performance? Leave a comment below. And now we've reached that time in the video when I will read you a fable from Aesop. Okay, this one looks pretty cool. Venus and the Cat, chapter 147, and as you can see, there is a really nice illustration there. This one's only a half-pager. Venus and the Cat. A cat fell in love with a handsome young man and begged the goddess Venus to change her into a woman. Venus was very gracious about it and changed her at once into a beautiful maiden whom the young man fell in love with at first sight and shortly afterwards married. Wow, that was quick. One day, Venus thought she would like to see whether the cat had changed her habits as well as her form, so she let a mouse run loose in the room where they were. Forgetting everything, the young woman had no sooner seen the mouse than up she jumped and was after it like a shot, at which the goddess was so disgusted that she changed her back again into a cat. Chasing after mice? Disgusting! Punishment is going back to cat form. Alright, that's kind of a weird story, huh? And I guess if we look at that picture, we're seeing the woman run excitedly out of bed to chase after the mouse. Forgoing her husband, all for the hunt. Maybe that's what it's about? Keeping track of your priorities, not losing something more important to something more frivolous. You know that she desired to chase after this mouse so much like her old ways that she lost her husband. But, you know, the way it was described, it kind of seems like a instant reaction, like the woman didn't think about it and make a choice. She just reacted and ran after the mouse. So I can hardly fault the woman for doing that. So what's the moral of the story here? And what about the husband? And what if she was pregnant? It's gonna be some half-human, half-cat hybrid? Huh, so, okay, but really, is there some meaning to this? Something about you can change the colors, but you can't change the inside? I know there was some expression like that. Bird can change its colors, but it's still gonna squawk? That's not it. Of course, as soon as I finish filming this, then I'll remember. Okay, so it's something about her appearance was changed, but inside she was the same. And Venus was disgusted. You can change your blah, but you can't change your nature. I know there's some expression like that, right? Comment below. I also find it kind of funny that the punishment for this behavior was she was turned back into a cat. When in my mind, being a cat's not such a bad thing at all. I gotta say, not my favorite fable ever. I feel like the woman's actions were fairly justified, especially given her history, so I can't really find her at fault. I just feel sad for their broken marriage. Anyways, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching this video. How many of you watched that Sean Farquhar's latest reaction to me reacting to him reacting to whatever? How many of you saw that? And do you think I should do another reaction to that one? Because his video was like something 40 minutes long. And at first I was thinking I should react to it, but now I'm thinking maybe it's a good place to leave it off. Go ahead and vote down below. I'll read your comments. Anyways, I hope you're having a magical week. Stay classy, and I'll see you next time.
Yup.